Next, we're going to go over Learning Objective 2.3, which has to deal with how to construct pie charts. A pie chart is a chart that shows the proportion of percentage that each class represents of the total number of frequencies. So in this example, we're going to make a pie chart showing the grades, again, of Mr. Bowser's algebra students. So just as in the previous video that covered bar charts, you could be given any of these three ways to make the pie chart. So you could be just given the grades, you could be given the frequency table or the bar chart and be asked to make the pie chart. So we are going to walk through how you do this. The first thing that we're going to find is the relative frequency. And you can convert a class frequency to a relative class frequency to show the fraction of the total number of observations in each class. Remember that a relative frequency captures the relationship between a class total and the total number of observations. So it's basically a percent in decimal form. So we're going to go ahead and calculate this together. I've got a calculator here. So in order to do this, we are going to take, so for example, 3 students has A's. So that's 3 out of 15. 0.2. So all we did was 3 divided by 15, which equals 0.2. Let me adjust this here. Next, we have B's. There were 6 out of 15. So let's do 6 divided by 15. That's 0.4. We have 4 divided by 15, which is there we go, which is 0.26. So let's round that up to 0.27. We've got 1 divided by 15, which is going to give us an even smaller decimal. So let's do 0.07. Let's round that up. And then we will, of course, have the same for this last one size. Then you want to make sure that this adds up to 1. So we can do that. Quickly do that. 0.2 plus 0.4 plus 0.27 plus 0.07 plus 0.07. Now, the reason that we are getting this 0.01 is because of our rounding. Really, we did this step just to check, to look for any errors, see if anything looks a little wonky. So now we are done with our calculator. We are going to go over here and we are going to convert these decimals. So we're going to convert this to a percent. And the way that you do this is, let me just see if I can do this up here in the corner. So to convert a decimal to a percent, you move the decimal place 2 places to the right. So that is 20%. Okay, and then if we do the same for the 0.4, we move the decimal place 2 places, and that's 40%. It is as easy as that. So let's go over here and put our percents in. I'll fix the formatting in just a second. 40%, we have 27%, 7%, and 7%. Close enough. All right, so now we are going to move over here to the pie chart. If you look at this one, The reason I picked this one is because, let's see if it'll let me pick this up. Here we go. Is because it's got these nice hashtags. So this is 5%, 10, 15, 20, 25, all the way around. One complete circle makes a full 100%. So let's go ahead and start with the A's. And I am simply going to draw a line here, and we'll start at the top here, go to the middle, and we need 20%. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I'm going to label that. That is going to be A's. Next we have B's, which are 40%. So here's the important thing. I don't start back up here at the 0. All right, this is my new starting point. So we are going to go 40%. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So this whole section here is the percent of students that got a B. Next, we're going to do C's. We have 4, which is 27%. So we're going to estimate here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27. And then D is 7% and F is 7%. So this is about, oops. I'm just going to cut that in half. This is a D. And this is an F. Now we can go through. One thing we can add here is we can always add the percent. And there you have it. There is our pie chart. Now I do want to point out that both of the pie and bar charts serve to illustrate descriptive statistics. But some people ask in my classes, well, how do you know when you want to use a pie chart versus a bar chart? So in most cases, we're going to use a pie chart when we want to show and compare the relative differences in the percentage of observations or class of a qualitative variable. And then bar charts are our go-to when the goal is to compare the number or frequency of observations for each value or class of a qualitative variable.